What's up guys, this is Woody. I'm gonna go over this new game called Divine Duel. There are a couple things that's not very self-explanatory. Kinda wanna go over the entire UI so that you can be aware of those things. First of all, by going into game mode, this is what you see when you enter the game. By pressing play, you're gonna queue up against other players that's in the world. And this does count towards your LP, which is on the right hand side when you win or lose in the game. Arena, it doesn't really matter which arena you pick because this is literally just the backdrop of where you're going to be playing. Private games, this is where you host your private game where you can play with your buddy, give your buddy a code, your buddy could give you a code where you can play against a buddy. In draft mode, this is where you could ban different weapons. So you and your opponent will ban weapon of the choice that you want to ban. This is the queue, just like regular duel. And then private, and then also arena, which is, different backdrop. That is very self-explanatory. Next thing is training. So this is something that I kind of want to go over, is because when you choose difficulty, if you choose dummy, which is the easiest, arm dummy, second easiest, easy, medium, and then hard, right? So dummy, you definitely don't want to kind of go into training mode with dummy, because dummy doesn't shoot at you. So if you want to practice or want to try out stuff like healing, which is the flute, you see right here, that's a healing item. And also my boosters are healing item. In order to try them out, you need a dummy that fires at you. But at the same time, something that everybody should know about training is for boosters, boosters is a one-time use item. So once you purchase it and use it, it's gone when you use it in normal queue. But if you use it in training, it seems like they don't go away, which is something that everybody should know. UI on the left hand side is super easy. Quest, this is where you want to complete your daily quest so that you get a good amount of gold. What I noticed when you finish each individual duel, you don't get that much gold. So having the dailies and having the weeklies are definitely helpful. Leaderboard, you will see where you're at or your ranking is based on your league points. And by pressing this U right here, you could also see the top players or the players who have the most rank points. With that being said, if you look on the right hand side, this is the Celestial that you get to choose. So this is the one that I choose, and by choosing different god or Celestial, your ultimate ability changes. And each Celestial have two different ultimate abilities as you see here. So this is one of the god that I haven't unlocked. So this is how the screen look like when you haven't unlocked it. With that being said, we're going to go into loadout because other than the two abilities in the middle, which you gain by having the god, and the way that the cooldown works with this two ability is they have a set timer. However, it seems when you're able to hit your opponent, the timer on the ultimate ability shrinks. So you could activate them much faster. With that being said, there are 6 different weapon slots other than the god ability and the booster ability that you get to bring into the game. If you look at the armory, this is all the weapons that you unlock from weaponry, which we will go over just in a few seconds. With each weapon, as you can see, the slasher, which I have it selected, it does 30 damage. It has a speed, which is a movement speed towards your opponent of 2.25. Cooldown, which takes 8 seconds for it to spawn. Another weapon, right? The second weapon we want to look at, it has a attack count. So this means this weapon could shoot twice. And then you have something like a shield, which give you health, and then it also give you cooldown. One thing to note, with every single weapon, there is a how to use button, which will prop up a video to show you how to basically use the weapon. To bring any weapon that you want, simply click, trigger button, drag, and you could swap out any weapon of the 6 slot. Where you place the weapon, right, which slot you place is where the weapon is going to spawn. That's actually pretty important. Because for me, myself, I want to place all the weapons that I use very regularly on the left-hand side. Since I'm left-handed, I tend to grab with my left hand. And weapons that I do not use often on the right hand. For example, this flute, which I will only use when my health is down. You notice each weapon has a timer, right? So this is the cooldown. So that means the cooldown, not only that how long the weapon will take to spawn on your bench, but also at the same time, the total maximum cooldown that it's allowed for you to bring into each session or each match is 96 seconds, which means all the weapons that you see here, the combined cannot exceed 96 seconds, which is very odd because I just happen to have the full 96 seconds. Once again, every single weapon that you lock from weaponry is going to show up under armory, which you might eventually have more than 2 pages, 3 pages, 4 pages, and so forth. One thing we want to go over, now we went over the ultimate, we went over all the weapon slots. What about those two that's in the back? Those are boosters. I have a very mixed feeling about the boosters because each booster that you unlock, it actually costs gold to purchase more. So as you can see, I literally only have one of this booster left. That means once I go into my next match and use this will be no more. I will have no more booster. And in order to get more of this item, I have to press buy, which now you see I have 2. And this wastes my gold or utilize my gold. But then at the same time, if you want to play and win against the best opponent, you want to use all your loadout, right? There's a very good chance that you might use your best booster item. With that being said, booster equip is same as weapon equip. You drag and click. Oh, drag and switch. Oh, just kidding. I guess you have to cross it out and then drag and equip. Yep, cross it out, drag, and equipped. Alright, so booster is out of the way. Next is presets. I don't exactly know how this works yet because I haven't really played with it, but pretty much I think this is awesome because you could have multiple different loadouts. I think what this really shines is when you're playing in a competitive environment, let's say you're doing best out of 5 or best out of 7, you could quickly switch into different loadout of your choice. What's also nice about this is if you are scrimming with a friend, you don't have to go ahead and change your loadout every time. You could preset all the loadouts that you want to test out and go ahead and test them out. So this is very cool. With loadout out of the way, we want to go to weapon area because this is how you lock weapons in Divine Duel. You can see here that you have 4 different branches. Each branch represents a different celestial or god that you have. As you can see, I happen to have 3 celestial, and I miss the red guy, which is Aishi, which is a ninja. So I only have 3 branches I could expand out. Don't worry, the game actually give you another god or another celestial very early in the game at level 3, which I will go over how you can unlock them at level 3. But with that being said, as you can see here, each branch is the branch that I'm able to kind of extend on, and Aishi is the branch that I cannot unlock any weapon. Each branch also have progression, so in order to unlock the 2nd or 3rd or 4th from this progression, I have to unlock the first item first. So pretty much the link will show you exactly which weapon or booster that you can unlock next. With that being said, when you unlock or trying to unlock something, you can see other than the unlock button is how to use button. This gives you a preview on how to use this weapon or how this weapon is going to look like once you unlock it. Now, besides unlocking the weapons, you could also unlock boosters. Boosters are like this one that we see right here, right? So this is the booster. And how you know if it's a booster is you only have the unlock button instead of how to use button. Because in order to use the booster, you just press X or A on your controller. So there's not much to be learned except for X or A to activate the respectful booster. Do not worry guys, we get plenty of gold from quest, from leveling up. So go forth and unlock anything that you wish and desire. Just be careful when you purchase booster and not to purchase too much of them because that could kind of stagger your progression. Then you have to wait for more gold to unlock other stuff. With that being said, we're going to bring you to store. Like I said, at level 3, you are going to gain a token. I don't have any more because I used it on this god, which is Nakra, the Underqueen. And you're gonna have this other option, which is purchase with token right in the middle. You could either choose Aishi or Nakro. As of currently, when I'm posting this video, we highly recommend you to go against Aishi or picking Aishi unless you just really like how he looks, because his ultimate is not all that great. But with that being said, it's absolutely your choice. By claiming the token, you get to choose the character of your choice. Now, which brings us top right hand corner. Gold is what you use to unlock your weapon slots and your boosters. The purple, that is the premium currency that you could actually grind, and only been playing for 3 days. As you can see, I already grinded 320 of this premium currency, and it only takes 1,800 to unlock Aishi. So I think the grind is not all that bad, but we could always support the developers by going under currency and just per diamond or the premium currency. As you can see, it's $15 for 2,000, which Aishi only costs 1,800. So this game as a whole is free. When the average quest game costs somewhere between $20 to $30. So even if you buy $15 worth of premium coins, it's still technically lower than your average quest 2 game. Lastly, you could also unlock some arenas pack, which is just the backdrop of the arena. With the store out of the way, we do have this trophy right here. So whenever there's an exclamation mark on the trophy, if you click it, that means you get to unlock a achievement. So play 50 matches with Necro and collect guess what? A box. So the game not only give you daily quests, which you can claim gold and also other rewards, but it also give you a achievement unlock. So gold is actually very easy to come by in the beginning of the game. Titles is you could just select, that's attached to your name. So when people see me in the game, they see me Woody Plays and then Space Runner. So you could select different titles. And lastly, well, this is pretty much join the Discord community. There's a very active Discord community. And then the lastly is settings. In order to turn on voice chat, guys, you have to go under audio and microphone on. Default, this is microphone off, which is for good reasons, as this is a 1 versus 1 game and people can get quite salty. With that being said, guys, I know most of you guys are probably coming from Blasttown. I'm really curious to know, what is your opinion of this game, Divine Duel? I love it so much, despite the fact that there's so many imbalances in the game, but it is just so fun. Theory crafting with so many different weapons, it just really adds a twist to the game. But I definitely want to know what you think of this game. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. This is Woody. Until next time, see you later.